So our product is GoTreads, which is a foldable traction device for vehicles of any size.
I love GoTreads because they solve a huge problem in the market, and their universality is massive. Who doesn't have a pair of tires underneath them right now that doesn't get stuck at least once or twice a year?
GoTreads is something that my dad came up with because he was always getting stuck in his driveway. He lived north of Chicago, so he was looking for a way to get vehicles going again. So GoTreads was really his way to be able to do something larger. It was never about, hey, I want to make a cool product and be a millionaire. It was always about, I want to make a cool product so that I can do things to help other people and not worry about money. It is a family business, and I mean, it was my siblings and my parents. I mean, we were running the company.
I kind of caught the vision for it. I just saw that GoTreads was an opportunity to do something better for other people, not just a product, and make a profit. And so I knew that Aaron needed help, and I felt like that's something I could do. And that's where I stepped in.
We were preparing for probably the largest trade show we've been to since the early 90s. It was a huge trucking show out east. It was going to be how we really nailed 2020. It's this trade show, getting big fleet sales. We've been preparing for it for months. And then COVID started to hit, and it started getting a little bit worse. And we're not sure this trade show is going to happen. I mean, it was a massive show. And then we got word that show was canceled. And then a week later, we got word that another show was canceled. And then there was a cascade effect of all of those trade shows that we typically go to in a year that really help fund our business. Either were canceled or very likely were going to be.
This was a big year also because they've been doing smaller shows, 1 and 2, maybe a year, maybe 3. But this next spring and summer season for 2020 was going to be about a dozen shows. So there was a lot of money spent and a lot of effort put into getting to these shows and being a part of it. So it was a big move this year before we came across COVID. This was a year in planning.
So the cool thing about GoTreads is they were able to take our EATS course early on. And one of the guys over there, Aaron Pinto, is actually a creative director himself. He works for a different company, and you've got to see the ads they've made. They are so on point. Following our EATS and kind of labs model, they've created these very pithy, hard-hitting, clear messaging ads that absolutely get you in and out of the problem, the solution, and the testimonials within 30 to 45 seconds. Heck, they've even got a 14 to 15 second version, which is just brilliant. And they're killing it online.
We were doing okay before that, but after we did that, I mean, it was exponential growth. Really, the first quarter of 2020 was pretty stagnant because at that time we were still doing trade shows. So starting in April up until now, we have tripled our sales from what we did last year. And last year was a good year. I mean, so it's not like we did a tiny bit of sales. Tripling sales when you haven't had many sales isn't that big of a deal. But for us, last year was really good. And to be able to triple sales and more than replace any income that we would have made in trade shows, we've already done that. And it's only August.
This product has so much scale, and we're just at the very cusp of it. There's just so many places it can go.